I caught a leopard fox. I'm standing with my new transfer girl, in the corner of the backyard. The other girl asked in a playful, clear voice. Have you ever liked your morning routine? Hi Juniper without hesitation. Softly replied not like. I stand behind the wall. Handheld chicken roll. Movement stalled in the middle. I thought I would feel the pain. Who expected the chest to be light? I keep eating. Every bit of the flavor of the cake. Creeping at the tip of the tongue. Men. How can you make people happy with a chicken roll? Just walked to the classroom door. The lady at the table who pulled my hand lowered her voice with interest. Uncle Sam has come looking for you. He said he didn't have to wait to come home tonight. The class leader over there. Give him the task of giving weight. To get used to. With school. That's the name I heard this morning. She's a freshman in first grade. Standout with white skin, delicate face, slim figure and confident demeanor. I heard that academic performance is quite outstanding. Since appearing, it was love that made the whole school go wild. Everywhere there are eyes watching. In the hallway in front. The wind is still there. Next to you is the girl in uniform. Tight jeans accentuate the soft physique. Girl smiling radiantly. Just walk around you. The voice chirped endlessly. But you still seem calm. Eyes looking straight ahead. Not even a single nod in return. Even trying to get half a step closer. You keep the distance. The woman at the table glanced at the scene. Smiling is also commendable. You know how to keep yourself. If it were someone else, it would be too soon. I pretended not to mind bending my head and poking her back. They both laughed. The air in the classroom is as good as ever, but in the middle of that moment, I accidentally looked up. The woman turned her head and looked at me. That clip just flashed in the blink of an eye. But I still recognize a bolt of lightning as thin as a thread. I was born in a single family. When I was in elementary school, he followed his mother to the block across from me. From that day on, my parents kept telling me to be active. Take your neighbor out for fun. At first, he seemed annoyed at me. But I'm like a sweet little rabbit. Everyone loves the neighborhood later. The wind is finally quiet. Except the existence of this noisy girl. Even with others. You still look cold. People don't dare to get close. You learn well, you stand out. Always straight talk in moderation. The solitude. It makes you different from the crowd. There was a time. I'm lost in the novel. Language and movie idols. In the head. I don't know why I gave you the male lead. That I dreamt of. But not like in the story. Chow Jiafeng. There is no half of tenderness in life. And I'm not. Beauty or female school under one person per 1,000 people. Many women have taken the courage to confess. But they're all rejected. Previous semester. A friend boldly asked him in the middle of the schoolyard. Who did you like? But Hi Juniper did not say. Just turn your head and look at me. I was squatting by the tree. Sucking glass of melted ice cream in hand. His eyes flashed and he spoke calmly. Uncle Sam, let's go home. Since that day, rumors have spread throughout the school. Bao Sam and Chow Jiafeng. Deep emotional code heaven-born couple. We're all silent. No one spoke up in denial. I often go to your house to eat at night. Excuse to copy the paper or mistakenly refer to the math test. Compared to Hi Juniper, my performance is just fine. Always try your best. I am lucky to have a small part. Every time I come to ask. You're all slowly saying a stupid thing. I am not angry with you forever. It's okay if you smile back. Just have a smart person in the house. Just like you. Smiling and rubbing my head to do the homework. I look at that look, it's both stern and arrogant. Identical. Some of the school movies I've seen. While struggling to find the pen in his briefcase, a small object fell out. It's a light brown teddy bear keychain. It's round and tied with a blue ribbon. I retain in the character of the tall leopard. I know you'd never buy something like that yourself. I bent down and picked up the keychain, laughing at the girl's gift. I just said throw it away. I was a little surprised to throw it away. I pretended to ask again, but when I dropped keychains to the trash, I don't even look at one. The sound of a small object touching the bottom of the barrel echoed softly into the silence of the room. The air is a little heavy. I broke it myself, with all the stories in the classroom, but I keep my usual silence. Eyes fixed on the math problem set did not bother to answer. It looks like a monk entering into a meditation that the only noise in the quiet world. Put the pen down and look at me. Serious voice unusual session Sam. Have you thought about going to college? I forced my mouth to answer college. That's what the high school has always been about. The corners of your lips. Slowly, the table lamp flashed on her face. Highlights the dark eyes as deep and quiet as the water. Did you pass the exam? It's a half joke that makes me a little embarrassed. Don't look down on others. I'll put the smile on your lips. The voice returned to its familiar calmness. I'm waiting for a quick word, but don't understand. Why does my heart beat faster than normal? In the classroom, I lay down on the table, cry endlessly to save lives with the benchmark star of college is this high. Her table mate ate a spicy stick and laughed excitedly. It's okay. More than 200 days to go to college, the boss said. It's not until the last moment that a miracle can happen. That I snatched a spicy stick, squeezing his voice oiled. Hoo-hoo now I only regret Because he was so loud in front of him that day. I really have no aptitude for learning. It's not that I didn't try. It's just that there are theorems. Even if you look 100 times, they still refuse to stay in my head. I remember the serious eyes of my father, the wind that day. I bite my teeth and open the book. The words that are said cannot be swallowed. I don't want to be despised. So keep your free time. I brought the book again to find the high juniper asking the article. Ironically, I don't know if it's coincidence or fate. Every time I show up, I see that love is there. She came for the same reason as me, but different. She was not patient with her new friend. I'm busy. Go ask someone else. But I asked. If the other students don't know, ask the teacher. I'm just laughing. You don't need a slight lip curl. Keep busy, I'm waiting for you. The sight made me wonder. Like seeing myself a few years ago. Rejected and still trying to get close. Every time I see a woman walk into the room. High juniper almost conditionally reflexive. Go ask someone else. But today she interrupted me in the middle. Calm and confident, I didn't come looking for you. Then she turned to his table mate. Eyes that light up like starlight. You're a math associate, right? Surely you know how to do this. The second class immediately raised his head. His face flushed with joy, you know. Make love smile. Put your hands together and make lots of cute moves. So please help me out. I unconsciously looked up at the juniper. He sat still with his pen touching the white paper. The face is not expressive. Quiet eyes. It's like what's going on in front of you. It has nothing to do with me. But I realized in a moment. Your fingers are a little tight. Another time I just pushed the door in. I can see that the women are taking your place. At his table she leaned against her chin. My eyes curled with interest at you. High school friend Jiafeng. Has anyone ever said you're handsome? I didn't bother to lift my head, just tapped the pen on the paper. Focus on the post. That's clear, class leader. Her voice stretched sweetly full of mischief. It was at that time that love suddenly returned. He eyes the forest where I'm standing. It's your friend, tall. The question echoed softly but subtly. The air suddenly became strange. It's like an invisible string stretching. Between the three of us. She raised her eyebrows slightly. Eyes cuffed. The smile contained a hint of teasing. You're little tomorrow. Come and preach to her first. I say that, but the mood stays the same. No intention of giving way. The tall juniper glanced at me in a calm voice. I don't have time now. I'll teach you the basics. You can ask another friend or teacher. When you're done, turn around. Without taking another look I stood still. A cold air rising from the soles of the feet. Hot face nape. The heart is strangled by someone. I try to swallow. Embarrassed to respond as naturally as possible. So you keep busy. When I'm free. Behind the sound of laughter as clear as silver bells. I pretended not to hear. Just bow and clench the notebook in your hand. The days after that. Every time I pass the classroom of the high juniper. I can see the woman sitting next to you. Sometimes you're flipping through the sheets like a questioner. The smile is always bright. And the high juniper who asked you. Every time I get the formula wrong. Be patient and preach to her. He even laughed softly at the situation. You're pretty smart, too. The hand that's going to knock on my window. Stops in the air. Someone's voice in the class suddenly boomed. Your morning light is coming again. The whole class laughed. I startled reflexively and took half a step back. Before the wind can turn around. I turned and ran away. Heart pounding, throat prongs hard. Evening. I didn't wait for you to come back as usual. The next morning I didn't wait. It's a little bit of a teenage girl's anger. But the next day. On the way to class. The tall maple called me back. Your voice is the same, not fast or slow. He walked over to get out of his bag a thermos. Take it to me. My mother told me to bring it to you. The open heat rises between the two. I looked at the vase. I look at you again in the paper, feeling hard to describe. Seemed sure that I would pick it up immediately. The wind has just passed and let go. The vase fell on the cement floor and the lid popped out. Soy milk on the ground. I jerked back. Hold you up and frowned softly. What do you mean? Your voice is low and a little uncomfortable. I didn't even say hello after school. Now the bottle won't accept it. I pissed you off. I was going to apologize. But hearing that, the fire in my heart cooled. I saved your lips and thanked you. I don't need soy milk. Not needed later. If you have a weak eye, don't give it to anyone else. Tall face black maple. The corners of the lips moved. The cold look is good. Like you said, there's a lot of air between us. From that day, my husband and I fell into the Cold War. I used to fight over small things. I've always been the one to make peace. But this time I'm not the same. Every time I pass by their class, 10 times, 8 times, I saw you and your wife sitting next to each other. They both put their heads on a piece of paper. The distance is so close. Just lean slightly so the shoulders can touch. I once stood in the hallway waiting for you. I hear the love cry again. High school friend Jiafeng. It looks like it's outside the window. I didn't turn my head, just a whisper. Don't look around. Let's focus here for a moment. Then his voice was low. Your solution is simpler. Good job. My hand holding the notebook trembled back to class. I was so pissed off that I flipped it over for a review. I read a few articles without understanding anything. The more you look. My table mate looked up and gave me a pack of snacks. Little Sam. Sam, you and your brother haven't made peace yet. I put my head on her shoulder. His voice dropped. Business. Is the performance of the love spell very good? That's right, I heard. Before transferring schools. She's in the top 10 of her old school. I just chewed the snack and exclaimed. That's clear, man. That's how we can be the heroine. It's like a crane in a flock of chickens. And I'm just one of those chickens. Look forever without a highlight. Praise of the high juniper for the love. It's not wrong for you. Just hearing it from your mouth. It makes my heart feel strangled. A friend at the table whispered in a curious voice. When are you going to make peace with Gao? There have been rumors between him and the creator. It's love. That sounds a little bit real. I almost believed it. I tried to hold back the pain in my heart. Not to make peace. I haven't made peace in my whole life. Business smiling lips guess old guess young lie. You will take the initiative this time. I made her face right. Because I've loved the juniper for so many years. I really don't want to give up so easily. Actually, I was going to use your birthday to make peace. It's my birthday on the 5th of October. That day, on the occasion of the school to celebrate the anniversary, the whole schoolyard was filled with laughter. The sound of singing everywhere. I'm also running around with my friends. Suddenly, the business rushed into the Sam class. Tall juniper fights with a schoolboy. Fitness class in the stadium. And then I reflexively ran after her. The heart is like being pulled hard. Why, he's never been in a fight. I heard related to love. The words are like cold water against you. I retreated and stopped. The packed stadium students on both sides were pulled out. Teachers and teachers surrounded by. The gym boy is still angry. Chow Jiafeng. Are you crazy? I'm just talking to my wife. It has something to do with you. Want to get hit? Tall pantry stands still face black. His voice, which rarely changed, was filled with anger. Later, if I see you harassing her, I'll hit you once. That guy doesn't want to be underrated. If you want to fight, fight. Before things escalate. The boss yelled at the two of you. See us as idiots. Who dares to fight in the middle of school? Come to the office for me. Your voice is calling me up again. The person standing next to you is busy, someone is pointing. Someone whispered. In that moment of excitement, I heard the juniper speak very quietly. Master. This has nothing to do with her. Just let me go. If you say anything else, call your parents. Thanks for saying it's okay. When they leave, I can't help but call out the wind. At the same time, love is also growing. Is your hand okay? He looked at my hand and walked over my shoulder. Your voice is strangely soft. A voice I've never heard before. It's okay, don't worry. My heart missed a beat and I turned my head. In a moment no one notices. I saw the woman softly pull your sleeve. Then quickly let go. He tilted his head to listen to something she said softly. The sun's down. Soft walk cold lines were the boy's cheeks. I suddenly realized. I don't seem to know the high juniper anymore. There's a lot of chatter around. I've never seen a fight before. But the fighting style is really cool. I'm angry because of the pink. That's handsome. Actually look at the physical appearance of the two of you. It's also worth it. But my ears are buzzing. The heart is as if someone is holding it tight. These words are like a knife through the hubris that I've built up. Before the tears could fall, I panicked out of the crowd. Run so fast. The room was quiet without a shadow. Me and High Juniper are already confused. There's never been a clear word. I have no right to be jealous. Even the love is too prominent. I don't know what to take out if I want to fight. Tears that didn't listen flowed down. Soon some of the students walked in. I quickly turned my back, tidying up the tools in front of you. Just when I couldn't stop the water, discovered by others, a blue mechanical cat top hat falling from above. Cover my head, clear voice. The strangeness of a schoolboy echoes behind. Can my classmates help me look after this hat? I tried to swallow the sound of the water rising again. He called for 2 more hours. In a soft, clear voice my classmate replied softly, just finished. My throat suddenly let out a small sound of water. I kept my mouth shut for fear that people would notice. The student didn't seem to notice anything. Voice with a refreshing smile. Give me a glass of milk tea with the lid on. Let me show you this as thank you. I don't need to be so polite. I bent down and looked. Is pink tea cream of the most west point of the school gate. Little Rock 3-part road. That's what I drink. He saw me hesitating and said, it's okay. Just drink. I bought it in a group. I don't like it so it doesn't work. After that, there was only a small wind. I haven't heard anything for a long time, so I just raised my head. In the mirror, the shadow of a tall, thin boy walking out the door. My hair is a little messy. He's wearing a blue mechanical cat costume. 2 round hands cover the back. Step amateur. Each beat swayed a little. It's both stupid and funny. The phone suddenly rings. The company called to help me get back. I quickly wiped my tears and corrected my appearance. Before leaving, I put a cat hat on for another girl to look after. Give her the milk tea. Today's show is more exciting than every year. Classes have their own repertoire. As I skim through the list, I see the person wearing it. Machine cat outfit is the repertoire of the ninth grade. I came home from school in the morning, just arrived at the gate. Then I saw the tall leopard standing downstairs. Tall straight shoulders, face with a rare hesitation. It was the first time since we were angry. You came looking for me. I swallowed a little and asked what was wrong. I was quiet for a moment and then talked today. Don't tell my mother. I'm talking about thanks. Love that fights with others. Your mother's aunt was always very strict. From learning to living, I never let you down even a little. My eyes fell on the zipper, your black briefcase, swinging a small feather, the brown bear that I threw away that day. More. Your voice is so deep that you don't hear any emotion. I'll take you to the library tomorrow. I'm not at home celebrating my birthday anymore. Give me the birthday present first. I looked up at the face in front of me. Seemed natural. Not taking it seriously makes me laugh. I pursed my lips and looked straight into the tall juniper's eyes. Sorry, I forgot to prepare a birthday present for you this time. I won't see you tomorrow, so I'd like to wish you a happy birthday. In your always calm eyes, a little bit of a breeze. Surprisingly, he silently looked at me. His eyes were as if searching for something hidden. The phone rings suddenly, breaking the silence. Hi. Juniper stares through the screen, then turn around and leave. That's all I'm looking at. I've seen your shadow countless times. Just this time, there is no sweetness in my heart. School for 3 days off. I slept late last night and woke up with a dull headache. I just got home the night before. I brought the earphones. Birthday gift to give. Hi. Leopard is selling on secondhand apps. Pretty good luck. Just a few minutes later, someone in the same city texted me to buy it. Appointment to trade. But my head hurts. So leave the date for the last day of the holiday. But there's a piece of cake in the fridge. The chocolate mom walked by, just opened the fridge and said, that cake was a maple broth this morning. It's his birthday today. I paused and put the cake back in the fridge. I hate chocolate the most. Mom turned a little surprised. It used to bring chocolate cake. I still eat and I don't like chocolate anymore. You can smile and nod. I won't buy chocolate anymore. On Tuesday afternoon, I went to the KFC. Come a little earlier. I just sent a message to the buyer. On the app, next to him came a teasing voice. School is not you. I turned around and saw a pair of bright eyes. Is a boy. Brown chestnut boy, hair curled. Smile to reveal the playful little fangs. I keep people up. But the profile picture on his app is exactly like mine. They're all computer cats. I thought the other was a girl. Listen to the boy call his nickname. I paused briefly. That's me. You're not afraid to sit in the opposite seat. A soft but natural voice. I'm the one who said anyone with a long name is stupid. It was hot that day. Maybe you just ran to your red cheeks. I laughed softly. He rubbed his face. And he's pushing one of the 2 cups of milk tea in front of me. Then take out the phone. Very natural operation. If you give me the earphones, I will pay on the app. I asked if you weren't going to check first. I don't need to. I've got work to do. I'm leaving. You're still staring at the phone. Looks a little busy. I'm hesitating, or let's just add some quality. If you have any questions later, you can contact me. But he paused for 2 seconds. I was immediately a little embarrassed. I must have said a little too suddenly. But you quickly held out the QR code in front of me. Smile radiant. Okay, decide me. He must be really busy. WeChat, leave in a hurry. I sat back and drank a glass of milk tea. It turns out that the red sugar ginger water is still warm. I'm going to the movies this afternoon. She just got her period, so I gave her a glass of ginger ale. At night when I was about to go to bed, WeChat dropped a new message. My name is Wearing Solder. It's a message from the guy with the little fangs. That name sounds a little familiar. The drowsiness that comes to the mind like glue. I can't remember where I heard it. I half closed my eyes and gave you my name. The other side shows you're entering. But the screen is still blank. I finally wrote another line. I'm going to bed. Good night. The school holidays are over and the midterm exam is held immediately. This time my exam room is going to be in 9th grade. I just walked in and a classmate came out. I quickly gave way. The enemy also follows. 2 eyes touching each other. I was stunned. The other person was surprised and smiled. It's you, I stammered and finally remembered. Tell me how familiar you are. His name often appears in the first place. On the school's honor roll. My class and your class are math teachers. You always talk about the best students in 9th grade. The guy in the suit praised him for thinking fast and being smart. It's a coincidence. I said, half smiling and half embarrassed. I can't believe we're both school friends. He had a small feigned smile. I didn't expect such a coincidence. Not even time to say more. Outside the door, there was a boy calling out. What are you doing standing there wearing? You come back and raise your hand. The final exam is over. I'm standing outside the 9th grade hallway, waiting for your friend to meet you. In the next class, someone tapped me on the shoulder with a pen bag. I turned my head and wore solder. On his pen pocket hung a cat keychain. Dormon machine is very similar to the one I have. I laughed and shook the pen bag in my hand. Coincidentally, I also have this one. The evening light fell. A light yellow coating on the face. Wearing solder. You avoided my eyes twice and whispered. I have something to give you. Wait a minute. You said you turned around and ran into class. Not long after. We're solder back in the hand of a book. You look around, you lower your voice, that's in here. Your careful appearance makes me curious. I bent over the book and muttered something. Between 2 pages of a familiar card. A love letter that I wrote to a leper. I want to send the same earphones. That day I hurried the book hot. I can't even look at the solder. I pulled in a hurry. The business just got out and ran away. I'm ashamed to go to the ground. Letter. My love was seen by another guy. I sat restless all afternoon. The phone vibrates as the message of welding wear. Please return the book to me. Sticker cat roll over. That expression. It's like trying to tease me. I bite my teeth and write back. I wasn't going to confess anymore. You've never seen that letter before. And send another cat killer sticker after that. Where welding quick response. The secret sticker. The cat that zipped my mouth burst out laughing. Embarrassment in the heart also thanks to. That melts a little. I'll give you a book after school. He can answer right away. The break between the first evening self-study. I worked together. They walked back from the toilet. Just arrived in the hallway. I saw my dad coming out of class. But businesses react faster than they think. When does my class have such a beautiful boy? Where solder smile comfortable soft voice. Too much is too much. When he finished, he turned to look at me. I quickly went to class and got the book out. You need to use this book later. Why not say so quickly? I'll bring it back. Please run over here. Wearing solder, standing outside the door looking leisurely. The voice is as gentle as the breeze. No, I'm going to send something to the math teacher. By the way, see if you're here. I smiled casually. If you had come a little earlier, you would have missed it. I handed him the book, fingers accidentally touching each other. We're welding smile. My eyes are slightly bent. I'll wait. What did you say? The class is fine, people talking to each other. I can't hear you. He just shook his head with a smile that brought a bit of confusion. You're welcome. I'm about to go back to class. Turn around and run. I almost bumped into a classmate. Hurriedly put the paper on his forehead, laughing and talking constantly. Sorry, I'm looking at the back. In my mind a glimpse of the anniversary. Guy in catsuit machine. Amateur running on stage. The more you think, the more you feel. Then I can't help but laugh. Maybe me and we're welding. Really the kind of person. We always meet at moments. Strangest, but when you raise your head. Her eyes accidentally touched high. The leopard is standing in front of the classroom door. A smile on my lips died. I turned and walked quickly into class. Midterm exam scores are announced very quickly. First grade is awesome. The 4th-ranked woman is in the top 50. So this time the first class of the whole block is High Cypress? Not High Juniper ranks 3rd. So who's the best wearing a natural 9-block weld? He's listening to a lot of talk. All over the class. Each sentence like a small needle in the heart. I lay down on the table. Look at the math. Just enough points without any spirit. Outside the window. I'm having sex with my first graders laughing and talking. I quickly turned my face to the picture of the light shining through the door. A choking feeling. It's hard to put words down my throat. Turn around for an hour. Then come close to Sam. The thermos in the hands of the woman. Not what's high. It's used to bring you water. Why do you see her holding it now? I answered in a voice as pale as water. I don't know how to turn my low voice. Bring it to her. He's stingy. I didn't bother to buy a new one. I didn't answer. The pen in my hand trembled slightly. Ink streaks across the page in a long streak. The business has not yet. Her voice carried a little resentment. Love is also real. Hugging an old vase every day. He walked through my classroom door. It's as if the world is all alone. That's the end of it. I quickly put my hand over my mouth, she said quietly. The one who once regarded that vase as a treasure was Sam. That's your Sam. She rolled her eyes and I just laughed. Don't need to say. Everyone understands. Between me and the wind, everything is different. And you and your love? It's actually a golden couple. In teasing. Of everyone. The math this time is too low. My math teacher called me to the office during a long recess. Uncle Bao Sam, Uncle Bao Sam. When you shake your head in class, where is the soul? Now look at the score. You don't dare to raise your head anymore. Math teacher over 50. Hair porn. He's holding my test and he's constantly squeezing his tongue. I have seen the other grades. I said my natural sciences are fine. Especially chemistry almost gets an absolute score. Why do you have enemies with math? I sighed in a miserable voice, Master. I studied chemistry because my father taught chemistry in middle school. I've been forced to love chemistry since I was a kid. My father at school has an enemy, but that is a math teacher. He speaks badly of people every day. So now you hear 2 math words and you get a bump. Chicken by reflex. The maths teacher remembers you. Oh, it's a lifelong enemy. Ah, a loud noise came out. I raised my head. I caught the smile of the person outside the door. The solder is leaning against the door frame. The corners of my lips are still curled. I can clearly hear them all. I'll pick up my homework tonight, okay? Wait for me. You come in laughing and not hiding. I look at you, eyes filled with hatred. We're solder pretending to find something in your pocket. and then under the table secretly raised his hand to ask for forgiveness. I saw him trying to laugh. I finally forgive you. The math teacher pushed his glasses up in a half-curious, half-joking voice. You two know each other? I ignore people. Sorry, I forgot to answer first without hesitation. He laughed, his eyes a little excited. Or someone who is good at math. A person who is good at math is normal in chemistry. Let's try to help each other with tutoring. I rolled my eyes as if I had just heard your story. I tutored the student at the top of the star block. I can accept it faster than me. That's a good idea. It's interesting that the math teacher laughed. My dad is also a math teacher. You are the enemy of your father. It's his father. I tilted my head to look at the welding. What school does your father teach? North University. I breathed softly and said, oh. Then my father is not good enough to make enemies. The whole teacher's room was filled with laughter. I sat down for a while after wearing welding. Teasing the teacher is mostly. When you walked out of the room, you were standing there, salary against the railing. The sun in the hallway shone on her shoulders. I was surprised. Are you waiting for me? You nod your head and slow down parallel to me. Yeah. I have something to ask you for help. How can I help you learn? He laughed more seriously than usual. The earphone on the left seems to be broken. Where did you buy it? See if it is still within the warranty period. I'm a bit worthy. I bought it and haven't tried it yet. Or let me hear it. My hands were holding my test husband. And the homework I asked you to bring back. No more drums to hold my ears. Where welding saw and gently lean over you. Slowly bring the earphones closer. Eyes slightly bent. Your voice is as low as the wind. Can you hear me? I reflexively tilt my head closer. The tip of his finger softly touched. My ears carry a slight warmth. Where solder play a song. The music just came out and I raised my head. Gentle melody as the wind swept through the afternoon. His hair flew up. Also carried the warmth of the sun across my cheeks. I curled my lips so good. You take your eyes off me now. Look at the phone screen. I love this song. I also like Summer Echoes. You're laughing coincidentally. The light behind my back is shining. I can't see your expression. I just saw the tall, thin shoulders shining in the sun. I tilted my head. Please help me take off my earphones. Gentle movements. It's a little noisy. You speak softly. My phone is running out of battery. I'll contact the seller later in the evening. I bought the earphones not long ago. Probably still under warranty. I can't even say more. I saw the wind coming from the opposite side. Where welding smile. Thanks to you, I replied in a calm voice. It's a small thing. The earphones in my hand. That's what I bought. Because of a passing sentence of the high juniper. I don't know anything about it. I don't really like selling on old apps. I'm a little sorry. But fortunately, we're welding by now, no bargaining, no hesitation. As the two of us passed by, the wind called me back. You didn't see me texting. Your voice is so cold. As if everything should revolve around me. I pretended not to hear and kept walking. Wearing welding, still holding a smile, pointing towards the distant sky. See if that cloud looks like a dog. I raised my head and laughed. Since you said that, it's true. We both looked at each other and laughed. Laughter in the wind. It was so light that it almost melted that summer afternoon. The smile is not over yet. The wind has turned around. Block right in front of me. Your voice is short. My mom told me to come over tonight. She cooks for you late at night. I don't mind looking up for an hour and going straight. On the way home, I was worried that I would ask him something. Anyway, you know I used to love Juniper. But to the third floor turn. I just heard a very light sentence in the back. Goodbye to Uncle Sam. I turned my head. The smile of wearing bright solder in the afternoon sun. Like light through the foliage. Not waiting for me to respond. He raised his hand and ran back to class. I don't go to their house at night. My mother went instead. Give me some excuses for being busy. When you open the phone, there are 2 messages from the day. Why cut my hair short? At night my mother called me. I didn't answer. It's strange. When I first got angry, I was waiting for a message from you. Just one line keeps me awake all night. But I don't know when. I stopped touching the symbol. That conversation too. Now I see you texting. My heart is not a little excited. Or to rejoice. The next morning I lay down for a while before waking up. To the school gate. Just in time. 2 of you on the disciplinary board are registering a late student. Which has welding wear. He raised his watch and laughed softly. You're going to be late for a few more seconds. Go back to class. I can't remember a few steps. Hurry back to the bag to get the earphones. Yes, the earphones are repaired. So fast, I tried it this time. There's no more howl. I'll go back to class first. I've just finished. I can't even turn around from outside the gate. Someone ran in too fast. Hit me hard on the back. Everyone loses their balance. I lean forward. Everything in front of you suddenly tilts. We're ultrafast reaction welding. Take my arm and pull it back. If you look at the person who just ran in. He quickly spoke first. We're just a little late. Be generous, don't subtract your grade. It's love. And the one with her is the leopard. Sweetie, tell me you go first. And then turning to them in a cold voice, it's not too late. You didn't say another word. Directly into the first grade subtraction book. Normally, the welding surface is always bright and easy to approach. I never knew it would be so strict. I can't stand to watch. Just head back to class. Behind the back resounded the uneasy reproach of his wife. Your third grader's a little late. Why don't you subtract third grade? It's obviously biased, huh? Your little girl is a wide-ranging girl. House Fong. Then where Sauter messaged me on WeChat. Tell me to rest assured. My class is not deducted. I said I wasn't going to get treated. Should not be deducted but send another message. But thank you anyway. Wearing something to thank you for. I thank you for not letting me fall. Furry cat lashes bite the rose before blinking. We're welding haha. At the mid-hour fitness check. I'm particularly interested in first grade. Take revenge for the cat. I don't need to be strict. Just follow your usual routine. Welding where oh. Then that class is gone. You're a tyrant. Welding where? They have to learn vocabulary and talk later. It's a joke, but it still works according to the rules. I didn't mean first grade. When the exercise is over, you walk across the classroom. I gave me a personal bandage. Then silently pointed at my feet. That's when I found out. There's a small scratch on the right ankle. It must have been hooked somewhere. Thank you very much. From a distance a male student ran up to pat him hard on the shoulder wearing welding. I've been looking for you. Why are you going so fast? We're welding startled. Before he could answer, he looked at me, eyes full of teasing. Oh, I understand. I immediately put my hand around his neck. Pull away. Oh, his head. You thought you were going fast. They both laughed and teased each other. Away from my sight. Fitness hours. My business and I are hiding in the back of the camera. To eat chicken roll. She only ate half of it and hugged her stomach. Running to the toilet. Leave me alone. I'm eating well on my head. It's a familiar voice. Ask if anyone is sitting here. Put your head up and wear it. You're holding a roll just like me. Puffy cheeks. It's like a little bee puffing on a honey seed. I replied briefly, someone has. You're not shy. Squatting down to occupy the space next to it. Speaking very naturally. It's okay. I don't mind. You can sneak out and eat. I looked at you and felt something was wrong. You're following me in welding. He immediately choked, his ears flushed red. You've discovered it. Actually, I have something to ask you for. My mouth is full of food. I can only signal you to continue. That's what the math teacher said the other day. You hesitated. I think that's a good idea. Maybe you can help me learn chemistry. This time it was my turn. Spicy chili straight up the nose. Makes me cough endlessly. Wearing a mandarin, opening the lid of the water bottle brought to me. Drink quickly. I shook my head not to drink. You rushed to explain. Your voice is fast and sincere. I haven't taken a sip. When you calm down. I pointed at myself studying theology. Are you sure you really want me to teach you? We're welding seriously nod. This time I was the best. But the achievement. My chemistry is actually not very stable. As if it were true, I stared at him. Watch for a while. Only the red ears of the solder. Gradually spread down the neck. It's a little cute. I can turn my head. But you also have to help me learn math. There's something to be said first. Don't say I'm stupid anyway. The best language. You answered firmly. We made chicken rolls as tin. Make a covenant with each other. And then seriously make two little bees chomp. Not long after, two uninvited guests from a distance appeared. Tall leopard and dumb sex one before one after. Go to the class president. Do you like any girls? It's your future. Or she hasn't finished yet. I didn't like it in a cold voice. The tone was definitive without hesitation. I don't like anyone who is unfaithful. Or am I finished with a smile? Let me confirm for myself. She tipped her toes up. I quickly approached him but stopped in the middle. Tall silent juniper leaning against the tree trunk. A few seconds later he put his hand behind the girl's head. Force you close to me. Just touch your lips and let go. The smile is brighter. Confirmed, you like me. My chicken roll chewing stalled. Short watch. Right to be a young man. Standing together is able to make a love film. It makes people laugh. I used to like to kiss another girl. I should have been hurt. But not in my heart I feel a strange relief. I even wonder. Did I get hit in the head before? The love or dislike of the high. It's been so clear. But I still love myself. Now think again. I don't think it's worth worrying about anymore. So he's not even close. The chicken roll in my hand is fragrant and crispy. It just makes people much happier. I chewed and chewed again. In a light heart. When you turn your head. I caught a scene where I was seriously pulling out my phone. What are you going to do? I asked the report that the other two were in love early. That's not very good. He thought for a second and put the phone back. That's right, I'm not disciplined today. After that session we're welding. Quickly make me a study plan. Details to the hour. It is true that learning is still learning. Several times more productive than ordinary people. He's taken up almost all the time. I have free time every time I come to ask. I'm still a little scared that it's too easy to ask. You think I'm the type. The mud can't be plastered. Like before. Hi Juniper or scold me. Anyone who suspects that school is also kind of cute. We're welding extremely patiently. Some kind of post you can. I kept preaching until I really understood. Every time I do it right. You always praise unapologetically. You're good. It doesn't matter what type of song it is. You can do it too. I stood up against the cold and looked pleased. Of course I'm smart, but say, when it comes to being smart, the really smart person is wearing sols. Just take a quick glance and understand. If you don't see your chemistry exam with your own eyes, I thought you were faking poorly for my tutoring. I'm starting to like the feeling of writing. Solderware tutorial problem. Even every time I get it right, I still feel like 2 circuits. The governor in the open. Next month exam. I was in the top 150 of the block. Business people look at the transcripts, of course. If there is no man, draw the sword. Nature God sorrowful. I laughed against my chin waiting for my friend. It's time to switch to unwittingly. The business laughed and then stopped. Sam, tell the truth. You really don't like Juniper anymore? I stopped. Lately the story between the high Juniper and the love. Everyone in the school can see it. I said she really doesn't like it anymore. Cool. Because of you, I was afraid to shout. In fact, I think he's fake. Or even change your heart. I clearly liked you before. Now turn around what's already attached. In the eyes of others, he was supposed to like me in the past. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm right. Most importantly, is he different from me? This time high performance. It dropped out of the top 5 overall. Still in the top 10. The next day I met my aunt. D. He asked me why I hadn't come looking for the leopard. My mother replied that the children were now grown up. You know how to avoid noise. What are you laughing about? In my eyes, Sam is still a child. Then she changed her voice. It seems to be probing. This Sam. Do you have to make new friends this week? I know right away. Maybe it's because he's only 7th in the entire school this time. Geography is beginning to suspect. Normal. I've never dropped out of the top 3. I can't say much. Just pretending to be stupid. I don't know. Lately, I'm called to the teacher's office every day, to drink tea. My aunt rubbed my head and asked no more questions. From then every month exam. My ranking is going up a little bit. My parents hold hands every day. They say their ancestors struggled a lot. And then my final exams. It's in the top 100. In class including business. All my classmates said that period. This winter break want to join my little class and where? I'm going to tell that story to my dad. You gladly agree. I even asked some of my classmates to join me. The school's chosen location is my home. Because my house has a very large reading room that's my father's. I was eating breakfast when I heard something. The doorbell rings. The door just opened. Then from the opposite apartment comes a loud noise. And then there was a guy's angry shout. If you like it so much, then let her be your daughter. The opposite door popped open. We're a group of people. I didn't expect to see the wind. His eyes flashed coldly across me. And then you can slam the door and walk away. Everyone quietly walked into my house. Understandably, no one talked about it. In the afternoon when I was about to leave, someone accidentally spilled the place. The certificate of merit that I hid in the corner. Some flyers down at your feet wearing solder. I immediately rushed to pick it up. Touch your curled eyes like a smile. I'm so embarrassed that I stutter and laugh. Go home, I want to keep you eating. Know that. I've hidden those compliments in my room. Those flyers my father printed for me. From a young age I studied normally. But I'm always jealous when I'm tall. They get a certificate of merit every time. So my father also printed some for me with his own money. No matter what I do. Even if it's just another bowl of rice. My father can also give me a certificate of merit. But when I was a kid, it was an honor. I'm proud to show you around. You are now grown and slowly realize. Actually how stupid it looked at that time. I was going to destroy them all. But I was caught by my father. He threatened me if I destroyed the certificate. He would also burn the entire collection. Novels and souvenirs. I like it. So I gave up. I walked my group out to the apartment gate, wearing welding and a male classmate Prince Hui, the last 2 to leave. The king just walked away. Your earphones are gold. Why doesn't anyone touch it? Smiling, putting his head in the car. Get in the car. But before the door closed, you didn't forget to come back. Hurriedly waved to me. The king has not let go. In the pocket of the shirt wearing welding while laughing. The earphones were given by the girl, right? Don't tell me she left the car door closed. The car quickly rolled away, leaving behind a breeze. I turned around and almost ran into the wind. I don't know when he stood there. We both walked silently towards the building. You get in the elevator and hold the door open for me. There were only 2 people in the elevator. The air was so quiet that you could hear the sound of breathing. I'm staring at the number that jumps on the board. Regret for coming home. Forgot to bring my phone. The low voice behind me echoed, breaking the silence. Since when have you ever been so close to him? I didn't answer. Eyes are still straight ahead. Look left, look right. Lift up. He bent down but did not turn his head. I was silent for a long time. Until the elevator doors open. The new maple tree spoke in a low voice. Do you have ears? Did you give it to someone else? But it took me a few seconds to figure it out. Then suddenly laughed. Then I saw the earphones of the welding dress. Of course Gao Feng understands me very well. Even the gift I was going to give you, you guessed it. I turned my gaze straight to my calm voice. Dude, what are you talking about? I never said I'd give you headphones. Our eyes. We met in a short moment. No more agitation, no more regret. These are just two people who've been in parallel. Now we're going in two different directions. Hi, Juniper slightly frowned. Keep your voice down. Don't talk to me like that. My lips. Get out of the elevator without turning around. Then don't bother me anymore. Later I heard my parents talking. It turns out that Auntie Lee's mother. I don't know where to hear about early love. My mother and I quarreled for several days. I lay my head on my mother's lap. Lim Dim sighs only heard her sigh softly. My hand still strokes my hair. Watch out, Sam. Sam really doesn't like that boy anymore. I look at you. And when she mentioned it, she didn't. What to do? She laughed softly and I just vaguely thought maybe it was true. Feelings for High Juniper. It finally melts like snow. Early season. It snowed earlier this year than ever. I woke up quickly, run down to the yard, shovel each layer of snow to shape ducks. The children nearby sweetly ran back with a chirping voice. Sister, give me one with a friend. Give me one more. I raise my head. Dressed standing there. Bright smile. The little fangs sticking out just playfully. Just cute. You get the best snow. As if you just won big. I was so angry that I threw a handful of snow straight at you. We're welding, not dodge. Just squinting to let the snow break in front of my chest. The tiny grains of snow flying around. Glistening under the sun. Your smile is brighter in the middle, so that the face is covered in a soft layer of light. Naturally curly brown hair slightly ruffled. Make people want to put their hands on your head. I suddenly realized that wearing Korean is really handsome. It's not the kind of beauty that makes the heart beat. It's the kind of thing that makes people happy just to be seen. I suddenly remembered about 8 pieces of shit business has told. I heard Korean dress likes a girl. Seems to be an 11th grader. I asked quickly, almost without thinking. Who's your favorite junior? I look down and my eyes a little curious. I stand up. I realized that the question was rude. I quickly changed my voice. You have to call me sister to play. Because I laughed with you. Voice mixed with a little helplessness mixed with overflowing fun. You really have a big mind. Compliment me or make fun of me. Praise. I grinned and gave him the last snow duck. Okay for you. You hold out your hands. Make a serious set. Thank you, Great Man Cat Award. New Year's Eve. I'm meeting business and friends. Let's go to the city center together. Drop balloons for the new year. Before leaving the house, I saw a middle-aged man ringing the bell. The apartment opposite. I wish you a happy new year. He turned back with a friendly smile. Sam went out to play. Just in time for the elevator to arrive. When my phone rings, I'm wearing welding. At the same time the door to the apartment opened. Hi, Juniper stepped out. I'm wearing a fur hat. Didn't notice that I turned on the speakerphone. The clear voice of the welding dress echoed clearly. It's a big cat. Where are you? I laughed and replied. He put on his hat and laughed softly like the wind. Not in a hurry. We're a few minutes from your neighborhood. All right, I'll get in the elevator. Hang up. The wind's gaze still follows me, hidden under the golden lights of the hallway. There's a little anger that I don't understand. Elevator door closed. Slowly split that gaze between the two of us. That night, people were stuck in traffic. The whole group decided to take the public tram. This guy is a crook. I've just come down to the basement. Turns out they've been around for a long time. King Hui glanced at me with a hidden voice. It's not even because of the footprints. If you are in a hurry, someone is worried. He laughed and kicked his foot less. The business immediately caught 18. Bright eyes. What's wrong? I'll take the car back. I see the eyes. The business sees something wrong. Sam, she whistled my shoulder. Voice teasing. Doryman hook on weldwear bag. It's the same as yours. You two are a couple. I'm watching her. What are you talking about? I'm with him as a couple. What about the girl down there? Clothed welding husband 2 feet to the ground. The other hand is on his chin. Turn your head and look at me. The light that pierced through the leaf fell into his eyes. Glistening like a warm light. I suddenly found my heart racing. Hurry up and avoid that look. No, nothing. There's nothing. The whole team is on their way. At first, my business and I went parallel. But I don't know when. The two of us were separated. It's just me and we're welding lagging behind. The center is full of people. I hold a balloon. One hand holding the business trying to squeeze in the crowd. But then the people pushed. That hand fell out of my hand. When I turn my head, the only person in the back is wearing a mask. He stood there between the lights and the sea of people. The eyes glowed on the big screen in the distance. The countdown sounds 3, 2, 1. Suddenly a pair of soft hands covered my ears. I raise my head. Wearing solder is looking down. Lips softly curled. Warm smile reflected under the bright lights. Then a happy new year. Hands off. Thousands of balloons flying in unison. The vibrant colors burst against the night sky. Your eyes are strangely tender. It's like gathering all the lights of New Year's Eve in it. In the middle of the roar. I saw your lips moving without a sound, but I can read it clearly. Happy New Year to you. And a balloon explodes right above it. It startled me. Hurry and turn away. I let go. Let my balloon fly with countless other wishes. Then shout out in the crowd. Next year, I have to be in the top 50. From a distance the business voice echoed, million. The entrepreneur will definitely graduate from his dream university. I laughed and waved my hands high. Millions and millions of businesses will make you good for life. Business is responding loudly. Okay, tomorrow. Would you invite your little star for milk tea? Small machine cat in the middle of the noise. I turned my head and looked at the solder. Our eyes are hot. Sincere surprise touch. I said quietly. Voices mixed in firecrackers and loud laughter. Happy New Year, we're welding. I wish you a happy day. Everything is as it is. I don't know when. I suddenly felt a little jealous. With the lower class sister you used to like. I just came home to see it. The leopard has recovered a message. The next day, I heard my parents tell me that Gao's father is getting remarried. He sat for a long time on the stairs last night. It's just those things. It has nothing to do with me anymore. It's like going through the first exam of the new semester. I didn't expect to be the 67th overall. The hostess especially praised me. The math teacher almost applauded. His eyes sparkled and he suddenly changed his voice. But don't be complacent. Try a little harder to get into the top 50. And then you're laughing. He told me to go to the office and talk to the teachers. I was so happy all day that I kept humming. Don't be so arrogant. Business people have not poked me for the exam. Love is also welcome. The little machine cat made me jealous. What love do I have? He said nowhere. She glanced sideways and closed in on her secret voice. Doesn't he like you? I jerked. I almost screamed like a rubber chicken being strangled. Fortunately, I still managed to hold on. I thought I heard wrong. I don't think the company said I liked him. Business continues. The rumor was wrong the other day, and the king told me. Actually, the person you like wearing Korean is you. Korean dress like me. In that moment, I can't seem to hear any more sounds. My hand holding the pen trembled slightly. It's out of control. Does he like me? A violent commotion came. Makes my head spin. Empty. It took me 2 lessons to calm down. Start unraveling every thought. Then I realized it turned out. Everything has its own explanation. All the things I've seen and heard. Every feeling becomes strangely rational. Came to me wearing welding. The business owner asked if he confessed. Are you going to refuse? I closed my lips for a moment and said. I don't think he'll confess. What about later? Something later to calculate later. I have to get to the top of the new year. Anti-sentiment business looking at me from head to toe. Your voice is so strong that you have him too. My face is hot, but I can't deny it. The business grinds its teeth. He was jealous for me. That boy is blessed. I like to whisper but also respond. But I don't remember. Last time I talked to Tall. When is the wind? That day, he waited in front of the classroom with his bag. I hold people. I ring your doorbell in the morning and no one opens it. Should bring it here too. He said softly, hand the bag over to me. The cookies my mother made last night. She asked me to bring them to you. In the bag, besides the biscuits, there were wedding candies. I took my voice as soft as the wind. Thank you. Next time, leave it at my door. Or bring it to me at night. You don't answer. Just silently look at me. Then change to a topic. It's so strange that it fills my heart. Congratulations on doing well this time. I thank you between us. The only thing left is politeness. It's like 2 strangers bumping into each other. I know the past but I don't want to understand it. When I turn around to walk, your voice is small but urgent. Can't we be friends again like we used to be? I turned my head, looking straight into your eyes. Every word clearly without hesitation impossible. His eyes drooped in eerie silence. Obviously the 2 houses are just a wall apart, and it's been a long time since I've seen you. Maybe you got thinner or changed your hairstyle. But for whatever reason, that face. It's no longer the high wind in my memory. Dumbbell stage. Some friends just laughed. Coming from the end of the hallway, and in the blink of an eye, her face slammed. I looked at that scene and I suddenly realized some connection. When it's past its deadline, even if I try to hold on, it just makes you both more tired. I stepped back kindly reminding him. Your girlfriend is angry. Go explain yourself. Don't drag me in. The wind was silent for a while. You're not stupid, I laughed. I know that. His eyes fluttered and then returned to silence. 2 calls from the teacher at the same time. Boss looking for Sam. Here comes your little fangs. I and Gaofeng both know. Right here, he turns his head. And I turn around. It's like 2 lines just intersecting for a moment. And then separate. Keep going in 2 different directions. The day I cross the top 50. The mood is unusually calm. As if I knew the day would come. To break that big barrier, I suddenly saw a clearer blue sky. The lake is bluer. Everything in the world is beautiful. I love that feeling. But in the next few exams, my ranking is still around at 50. I'm in such a hurry that my forehead is pimples. The teachers called me up one by one to talk. Advice to reassure. Daohan told me you just have to believe in yourself. Final and a mock exam then. I made it to the top 20. It's been a great relief. On the way to the master's room, my footsteps are so light that they're about to fly. I didn't even get in. I heard a voice inside. Thanks, what's wrong with you lately? Especially this time down to 107 too. Did something happen at home that put you under pressure? And you're still high but still better. at least in the top 10. There are some things I can't say directly. But the college exams are coming. I hope you both understand. What's most important, right now? I knocked on the door of the first grade teacher and immediately stopped talking. Put your hand out and tell them to get out. My boss called me to analyze the results. And rankings this time. She praised me for being mentally stable. Tell them to just keep going. Maybe next time I'll be in the top 15. If it had been before, I would have just laughed. In a heart full of doubt. But it's different now. I answered loud and clear. Better than myself the day before. I borrowed your words to marry you. Next time I'll be in the top 15. The hostess laughed as if the son had the spirit. Try it, Sam. When the first grade teacher just left, my aunt lowered her voice. You're not in love anytime soon. I startled and shook my head like a rock. No, not at all. Smiling, she just asked not to. Love is not bad, just afraid of loving the wrong person. I still shake my head. It's getting so strong that the hair is spreading. I really didn't fall in love soon. But in the heart, there's a strange sense of bewilderment. That evening, on the way home, I happened to see a couple of lovers at the gate of the apartment building. She's on the phone and she's walking out loud. A face full of anger. His hands kept dancing in the air. I sighed to quietly turn my back, but her voice suddenly boomed high and tied her ears. I stopped walking back. Thank you, the love is really beautiful. Even though you're angry, you stand out in the dim light. But what she said was not beautiful. She threw a picture keychain at me. Doraemon. The small object that hit the shoulder made a dry sound. What do you mean? It's fun to give a pair to someone else's boyfriend. I frowned slightly before I could react. Who did my boyfriend give it to? The other end of the line. The wind's voice was clear. You said you bought it yourself. What are you messing with? The woman immediately turned the spear close to each word. I bought it myself. So tell me, why did you choose the same hook as her? Now come out here and tell me. It's late, my mother is home. I've said everything I need to say. Her voice soared. Are you still a man in the room? I stand still. I just feel a resentment rising up to my neck. I don't understand. I'm tired of hearing this for him. I bent down, pick up the dropped item, then throw it back at her. Whose things are paid to that person? Don't go crazy and bite people. The keychain fell to the floor. Turn a few rounds. It's a cold light under the streetlights. The air fell into silence. The night wind blows by, carrying the faint fragrance of cinnamon flowers. The woman immediately screamed, Are you crazy? I'm crazy, you're crazy. You two are both crazy. Love, just love. Don't always get paranoid. See me as the third. Get your feet in. I'll make it clear to you today, now and later. I'll never be interested in High Juniper. I'm not even going to talk to him anymore. You're worried about keeping your boyfriend safe. I pulled out the phone right in front of her. Delete all contacts of High Juniper. WeChat phone number all. I turned around and walked away for 2 steps. The anger is not over. I gritted my teeth at her. But first, if you dare to bring up nonsense in the future, it bothers me again. I'll add his number again. I would go to his house every day to eat. His mother cooks. It's time for you to get married. I'm sitting at the main table. I blocked my throat. My face is red and I can only scream. Are you sick? Still far behind you. Up to the floor. I hit the wind that's coming down. His footsteps stopped. And me. Just passing by without even watching him take one. Tell the truth. I can understand the mood of love, but it's unacceptable. When you liked a tall Juniper, I used to worry like she did. Make him the center of the world. But it was only when I left him that I realized. Everywhere is the sky and the beautiful sun. Days of college exams. The sky is blue without a cloud. When the final exam is over, I feel like I've lost a few pounds. I just walked out of the exam room. It's surrounded by cheers. The laughter of the students. It was a dark but bright time. My high school years. It's officially closed. I wrote this paper in full. And also feel very satisfied. Pale Sam clear call. Playful echoing from above. Keep your head up. I saw the solder screen standing in the corner of the upstairs hallway. Wave to me. Not even time to respond. The king suddenly jumped on his back. They both laughed and ran down the stairs. Down to the place. I don't know what the king said to make the blood flow. Elbow on him. Then you come out of the sunset. The smile still hasn't come back. To reveal the lovely little fangs. A breeze blowing in the afternoon. Make your white shirt flaps up. The whole person is radiant. Confidently we're welding approaching. Use a pen bag to knock a little on my forehead. Bumper Sam. The first summer after we became adults. Are you interested in going to the beach with me? This graduation trip was for 5 people. Business Vong Hui. And a close friend in the city of Ware welding. For the first time, I went away with my classmates. My parents were both worried and excited. When I leave the house, you two go ahead and ask for it. Almost always in my suitcase for peace of mind. The city is a coastal city. It's hot and hot. Business told me that. It seems that the wind and the wind. Love has broken up. Business people say sorry. It's a waste for those two to break up. They have to be locked together. I see that too. I'm laughing. We're just ordinary, carefree girls. Is there any gas? To like someone. It's easy for anyone to write on their face. and then they tell each other out loud. I have been constantly receiving friend requests from Chow Jiafeng. He sometimes sends things to my house. I don't know if I'm sorry or not. I listened to the business for a moment and then said quietly, "Is he going to come back after you?" I immediately shook my head decisively. "No, there's no such thing." I made it clear to them anyway. Smiling business. Folded skin. That's the man. They like things that no longer belong to them. Then she winked again. "Your voice sounds a little cute except for your little fangs." Before I could react, you whistled at me. Home sign looking forward, between the deep blue sky and the sea, wearing welding sunglasses running towards me. You're holding something in your hand. Running and calling out my name. Halfway the glass fell into the sand. You rushed down to pick it up. He looked so excited that he laughed. At the right time, crown badge and wonder in the back sneak kick a light blow. He fell down into the hands of the sphincter. My business and I can't help but laugh. He lifted his head to the sand covered in hair and laughed. These people really don't let people live. Evening. The whole group sat around the campfire by the seaside restaurant. I tried ear cups for the first time. The sweet, spicy taste spreads to the tip of the tongue. It's like the feeling of naive youth, bold and a little drunk of freedom. People take turns talking about aspirations. The university I applied to. It's my turn, I smile. College, a school that used to be my distant dream. It's finally in my hands. I chose a major not for anyone else. Just because I want to be determined. And I believe that I can take my turn wearing solder. You tilted your head at me, eyes curled in the corner like a fursuit. The whole group immediately went up and scathed. Business is screaming. Is it like school or like people? Wearing solder just laughed, no reply. When the friends have dispersed one by one, it was just the two of us sitting on the sand. The small flame flickered in the sea wind, shining a soft yellow light on your cheeks. In fact, he whispered in a low voice into the sound of the waves. I didn't choose it because of you. I laugh, but my head looks out at the sea. I know. My attraction is not that big. Where welding head tilt look at me. His eyes sparkled like fire reflected in the night. The corners of her lips softened. Laughing slowly is not sure. Because of the cat's charisma. Really can't resist. I laughed trying to sound serious. He replied with a smile as soft as he could. It's true, the sea breeze blows through, carrying the smell of salt and the sound of the waves. The flickering fire reflected in both eyes. Yellow-orange light dancing in the air. It's like telling its own story. I unconsciously held my breath. Beat every beat to the sound of the waves. Feelings in my chest rise. Stronger than the wind blowing white sand. Where welding suddenly put earphones on my ears. The music echoed softly over it all. It's still that song, the summer echo. The familiar melody came back like a warm breeze, dragging each fragile but sweet memory. Maybe it's the wine left over, that I suddenly saw wearing tonight's weld. Adorable to strange. I tilted my head slightly, my voice slightly drunk. I'm waiting for the Korean dress. You're a little surprised what you're waiting for. I laughed softly and looked straight into his clear eyes. I am waiting for you to confess to me. You can't leave that. This wonderful atmosphere passes in vain. The words came out and they both stopped. For a moment my mind was empty, vague consciousness. I just said something that I can't get back. The flame ran singing on the dyed teenager's face. Your skin is as red as wine. Wearing a soft bow and looking for something. The result is that the cup next to it is spilled. The wine spilled on the sand just awkwardly. Just adorable. To the point where people can't help but laugh. After a while, he pulled a small object out of his pocket. Starfish face necklace. The silver light fluttered under the fire. That's the right moment. I also pulled out the same necklace in my pocket. They both looked at each other and laughed. All the shyness, the confusion all fades away with that smile. In the sky fireworks explode. The bright light streamed across the sea. Soap bubbles don't know where they're coming from, sparkling in the fire. Like the little pieces of summer singing. There are indeed meetings. Be gentle enough to heal the hurt, and light up again. The summer has closed in my heart. When I raised my head to look at the exorcism, covering the face of welding wear, I heard his voice, slowly but seriously. Sam, I like you. I took the necklace in the palm of your hand. I'll give you the one I made. Congratulations. Wish you luck. Wish you luck. I softly curled my lips. Eyes like a crescent moon at the end of the sea. I'm glad you did this summer. I heard the echoes of the sea. Happy for myself too, for having had a bright summer. The most passionate and sincere of life. Somewhere there's the sound of waves. Every last grain of sunshine breaks down on the sweet sea. Mellow. Many years later, I was married. We have a little girl. Curly hair and curled eyes like the first moon. Life is not immune to turbulent periods. But in the end, we were still two kids that you're sitting on the beach. Talk about dreams. And believe that love. It can make everything soft. I met Gao on my wedding day. I heard he still has no one around. We shook our glasses. I just laughed softly. Time has swept away many things. Even the vibrations that once seemed as deep as the sea. Now there's not even a single wave left. May ups and downs. He's no longer the male lead I dreamed of. And I'm not the heroine. Can one hand turn the earth? I just live a normal life. And brilliant in its own way. Wedding day. Where welding said that. The first time we met was in elementary school. The first time I did not do well that year. Afraid of being scolded by his father, so he hid behind the school whimpering alone. I tied 2 small curls. In a pink dress walking by, give him the green mechanical cat keychain, and sit down and tell all kinds of crap. You said you still remember that scene. When I was in high school, I first saw you in the milk tea shop. You realize right away and I don't remember anything. At the age of 19, my daughter experienced her first heartbreak, crying all night long. I just gently told her that there were people, things that are absolutely untenable. Sometimes it's safer to lose than to get. You just have to be brave to love. The rest is self-contained. Is your lover good to you? It doesn't depend on how perfect you are, so don't worry too much about doubting yourself. No need to worry about the enemy. It's actually more calculated. Or there is another suffering. When you love yourself, you can embrace about a new life. For those who go through the years, everyone has to learn how to calm down. Thank you for your time. Listen to today's story. I greatly appreciate the comments, suggestions and feelings from you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to support the channel. See you in the next stories.